Hey guys, it's Drew with Kush Collectibles. Welcome back to a brand new video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the first thing you need when you start a coin collection. Let's get this video started. So we talked in previous videos about what you should be focusing on when you collect. Sometimes it's a series, sometimes it's a typeset. All those things are very important in this video that you should go and check out on the previous video. What you guys should also do is that you should brush up and understand what series that you're wanting to collect and what coin is the toughest to get right now. What's the toughest coin in your budget that you should buy right now? And the reason why I'm talking about that is because a lot of people ask where to start. What's the first coin I should buy when I'm starting a Morgan dollar set, or I'm starting a bust half set, or I'm starting an early type set, 20-cent pieces, you name it, right? Well, the toughest coin is the first coin you should buy, and there's a few reasons for this. One of the reasons is that, when we go to buy a collection, of a date set of a certain series, you can tell when they bought the key date and when they bought the more common dates. And the reason being is because if you buy the better date now and you're collecting over a 10 or 15 year period and you're starting right now, that key date has a lot of time to appreciate in value, and most of the time there's a lot more demand for a key date over a more common date. And so that's why a lot of dealers recommend that collectors buy the best first. If you guys buy the best first, buy the coin that's the toughest to get now, that gets a lot of the frustration and tough things out of the way. Another big reason that you should buy the best now is because you don't sometimes realize that you're missing out on buying the best if you're not looking for it and focusing on it when you start collecting for the set. And what does that really mean? So say you buy a common Morgan dollar. I'm buying an 81S, an 80S, I'm buying 82S, all that type of stuff, right? And then 2 or 3 years into it, you realize I should have been looking for that 95S. I should have been looking for the 89cc. My set's developed, and I should have been working on those earlier. And the reason being is because there's a lot of 89cc's, 95s's out there, but is it the right for your collection? And so sometimes people can lose steam towards the end if they don't buy the best first, because they end up spending 2 or 3 years looking for the best, the 95S or maybe the 93S. And they could have started off doing that in the beginning, and they would have had a lot more of a hunger to hunt, a hunger to enjoy the hobby a little bit more. And sometimes when you buy those common coins first, it just kind of gets you, to me, a little bit more slower to move towards those bigger coins. Instead of being able to look for those bigger coins off the bat, understand what goal you're looking for, and then allowing it to take place over time. And so the reason why we're bringing up this topic in this video primarily is because we get this question asked a lot, and then when we talk to seasoned collectors that have been doing it since they've been a child, or maybe for the past 15, 20 years, they say, I should have bought the best first because it appreciated the most, and also it took me the longest to find. And so that's something that we recommend. If you're buying, towards a certain set, make sure to buy the best first, because you'll be looking for it for a long time. There's also an article that I want to talk to you guys about. It's from Doug Winter, and basically what he was talking about was understanding what is a great coin. And sometimes that's the bigger skill than understanding what a great of a coin is. If you can understand what coin is tough to find and something that you should have maybe in your inventory or collection, that sometimes is the bigger skill that most people skimp on. And when we talk about buying a nice coin versus buying a coin that would fit in your set, fit a hole in your set, is the coin original? Is the coin graded properly? Is the coin CAC approved? Sometimes collectors also move in the direction of, I'm buying an 89cc because it's 89cc. Sometimes you have to develop a skill as well to learn what is a really nice coin, something that you won't see very often. One of the most recent things that I could tell you that we picked up was a 79cc AU55. It's a capped die. We talked about it in a few videos back. That coin doesn't pop up very often. A lot of 79cc's, they've been run through the ringer, they've been cleaned, they're not original. And so this coin, it being original, it being high value, is definitely something a more seasoned collector is looking out for, and it takes sometimes years to find. We've never owned this original of a 79cc before, and we've been doing it for 3 years. And so let me quit my spiel here. Let me show you guys some new purchases that we just got in, and so we really hope you enjoy them. Alright guys, so here's some new purchases that we just picked up. We have them lined up on both trays for you guys. Let's start off with the bottom tray. We got a few nice dollars and a few better half dollars as well. Yeah, this 1903 Morgan dollar, grade Mint State 63. Nice flashy coin, especially for an, a Philly. Most of the time the S mints are going to be the ones with better luster. This one has a little bit of an off-white finish to it, but that's okay. We have this 1892 Philly, grade Mint State 61. A lot going on the coin, but it still has some white remaining, which is nice. This one is definitely a better date. Then we have this 54S Franklin. It's grade Mint State 64, Star by NGC. There's a big, huge hit down the head, as you can see there, all the way from its hairline down to his chin. The color on the coin is really nice, and that's why they gave it the Star designation. And that's why we picked it up. Don't want to buy too many Franklins unless it really speaks to you like this coin. Then we have this 1937 Antietam. It's graded Mint State 65 by PCGS and is in an old green holder. That's why we picked it up. Like buying commemoratives, especially when it has a little bit of a, better plastic like the old green holder. We have two CAC approved walkers to show you guys. First is the 1934 Philly, which is a little bit more of a common date. Not as strong as a white and luster as, the other, the 34D that we're about to show you, but definitely a nice coin for sure. Let me show you one of my favorites of the whole video. This is the 34D. It's graded Mint State 65. It's CAC approved. The luster is phenomenal on the coin. Definitely a gem in terms of luster. There's some hits in the fields which kind of hold it back, and it's kind of a softer strike, especially as you see right on the head there and on the breastplate. Such a tough coin to find in gem, and so we ended up picking up this coin, and it's just such a gorgeous piece of history. Love this coin so much. Let's show you guys some older type coins and a few more dollars that are a little bit of a tougher find. This is an 1853 gold dollar in 64 plus CAC. The color on the coin is really nice, really problem-free surfaces. If this coin was 65, it would be a pretty big jump, but not too good at the crack out game yet. Don't really plan to do it unless I see a coin that's really undergraded. Not too sure how to grade this coin, so got to keep it the way it is and let the professionals handle that one. We have the 76cc seated half. It's graded it's graded VF20 by PCGS. Nice looking half, more original on the reverse than the obverse. A little bit more darker for sure. These don't pop up very often, so when I saw it, I wanted to jump on it. Even though sometimes you don't make a whole lot of money, it's good to have tougher Carson City offerings on your website. So if you guys want to check out that coin, AcousticCollectibles.com. Then we have this 12D Barber half. Really nice luster on the coin. Does have a few slide marks from an album, it looks like, on the face and in front of the face. It's kind of common to see on a 63, 62. I do like the luster on the coin. Sometimes these come a little bit off-white or without luster, and so, offering a coin like that is pretty good. Then we have this 1896S, which is a key date. It's rated AU50 by NGC. More original than most that I could find out there that have sold recently, and that's why we picked it up. Has a little bit of hint of luster left, but not much. But definitely a tough coin. And another key date of the series, which is this 95.0 rated XF40. It's got some kind of toning, a little bit of dark spots on the coin, but definitely very original. If I were kind of picking up a mid-grade set of Morgans, I would definitely be picking up this coin just because of the way it looks. It's not been dipped or harshly cleaned, and that's what kind of jumped out at this coin for me. And so I hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at these new purchases. They really have been a thrill to show you guys. So there's one more thing I want to discuss today, and it has to do with the opportunities that you get to buy coins at. And what does that mean? So say there's only 1 or 2 or 3 original 79cc's in AU55, the coin we talked about earlier. And say those CCs only pop up every 5 years because a collector's done collecting them and they wanted to pass it on to a new collector, or they may have passed away and they're wanting to bring it to market. Sometimes you have to pay a little bit more in order to get that coin now rather than waiting until later and realizing that you will regret it. And so the reason why we aim to buy the best first, especially for our clients, is because opportunities like that don't come up very often. And so if you miss out on some of those opportunities, you might not get them for several years, which really can disincentivize or take all the wind out of someone's sails if they're really wanting to develop a really nice set of whatever they're collecting. And so if you're looking for the best first, you'll find it, and then you can move to the more common stuff. But at the end of the day, buy a great coin, build a great collection. We hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys want to comment on what we spoke about today, make sure to do so. Subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you guys in the next video.